Yeah, and we as human beings, made in the image and likeness of God, or to the image and likeness of God, are dependent.
Yes.
Right? So we're dependent upon God for our whole life. We're also dependent upon other people. We're dependent upon, the goods of the earth. We're dependent upon a variety of things. And that's baked into the equation, or that's baked into the situation, such that we might reconcile ourselves to it, embrace the fact, and find our flourishing in and through that. So that means, for instance, right, that as creatures, we look to God for everything. As sons and daughters, we look to our parents for everything. As a member of a family, of a community, of a church, of whatever else, right, we look to those persons with whom we're in relationships to supply for our needs, not as if we're just an infinite sea of needs, but in the sense that we look to them, at least in the initial stages of our relationships, for a lot of things, and then in subsequent stages of our relationships for quite a few things besides. And I think that the point of human life isn't to be independent, right? It's to be interdependent in the right ways, or to be dependent in the right ways. And I think of that book by Alistair McIntyre in which he refers to human beings as dependent rational animals. Part of what it means for us to be rational and, super rational when it comes to the spiritual life is to embrace the dependency which we experience at the depth of our being, not rebel against it, right? Not bracket it as if we were angels, but to live it in a healthy way that promotes freedom in orderly fashion. So I think that when we approach the question of attachment and detachment, or ritualization or habituation, that it all falls under that rubric of healthy dependence, or God-given, God-intended interdependence. Father Jacob Bertrand.
Father Gregory.
A Dominican, a Franciscan, and a Jesuit walk into a bar. One of them asks the audience to subscribe. That's not a joke. Any ways you can improve upon it?
Just don't tell jokes.
Right. This is not a joke. Please subscribe. Cheers.